What's up, everyone? Inside the ropes. And today's video's got a definite fucking purpose to it, that's for sure. So, yeah. You guys know what I was doing this morning?
What were you doing?
You wanna know what I was doing?
Yeah, I want to know.
I was hold on. Up my articles. And what do I see? I see a post with me tagged in it.
Really?
Calling me basically a sourpuss motherfucker who makes excuses for Anthony Joshua.
Okay.
So y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I must spank that ass.
Oh, God.
This all starts because I had a different opinion. Ain't that funny?
Yeah.
Ain't that funny? Mr. Karray, I.O.T.B.A, makes a video calling me a sourpuss motherfucker and all these other names. He tagged a bunch of us in it. It wasn't just me. After pretty much every fucking video I make on my YouTube channel, on whatever, at the end of it, I go on to say, support Karray I.O.T.B.A. So now, the first time you go and mention me in a video, or tag me in something, it's going to be you running your mouth? Okay. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Since tonight we were supposed to debate, but for whatever reason, Karray wouldn't go live on his own page to debate me. He wanted me to go and do this and do that. No, fuck that. You ran your mouth. You messaged me calling me out. So, like I wrote on your damn Facebook page, right on I.O.T.B.A, I've been sitting here all night waiting for you. But since you want to go ahead and play games, I'm just going to go ahead and make this video. And then we'll see what you got to say at the end of all this. And I'll still be waiting for you. You could go live at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I'll be waiting for you. Because facts versus opinion, plain and simple, all day long. I'm good. I know what the fuck I'm saying. Shout out to Julius from Ring IQ, by the way. Every now and again, you know, when you state facts, you might be saying something true. I don't know. It's only a fucking fact for a reason. So let's get into this a little bit here. What were some of the things you noticed?
The whole thing with Wilder and Stiverne.
Okay, yeah. All right. So, for those of you who don't know, Saturday night, Deontay the Windmill Wilder defended his title in a rematch 2 years in the making against Stiverne. And don't know why anybody would have thought anything different was going to happen in this fight other than a Wilder win. No matter.
I was about to say, didn't he get his ass kicked the first time?
It was a fucking whitewash the first time. Stiverne didn't win a single round. He didn't even have a good moment in the whole first fight.
The way they hyped him up, too, it was like...
They made it seem like this was like the biggest rematch in heavyweight history, when in reality, it was Deontay Wilder defending WBC heavyweight champion against the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I mean, seriously, did they get Stiverne directly off his fucking couch to that weigh-in? Press conferences, all that. He's up there trying to talk shit and act tough. But it's hard to do that when you're like, you don't want none of this, boy. You ain't ready. I'm going to be on your ass. No emotion. No nothing. What's he like, 39 years old now? I mean, come on. Seriously? You wanted me to get excited about this? So then, the match happens, and pretty much as I saw things going, although I'll admit I didn't see it happening quite that fast, Wilder lands a quick 1-2, down goes Stiverne. He never really recovers, and by the end of the match, he's folded up literally like a lawn chair. I mean, we're going to be seeing memes about this for the next fucking 10 years. It's just never going to end. I even saw ones comparing it to soccer celebrations. Funny as hell. Okay? However, this is where you get the fanboy reactions. You see, Wilder knocking out Bermane Stiverne somehow triggered the whole world, including Mr. I.O.T.B.A, to say that clearly Deontay Wilder will knock Anthony Joshua the fuck out. I want to know why that's what you got from this situation. When not, I don't even think it was 2 weeks ago, you posted saying that motherfuckers needed to stop playing, that this was clearly a 50-50 fight, that we've seen these guys, they both have strengths and weaknesses, and we wouldn't really know how it was going to go until they got in the ring. Now, because Wilder knocked out Bermane Stiverne, somehow it's a clear-cut decision that Wilder's going to knock Joshua the fuck out.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't Karray, contradict himself?
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
I'd love to know.
I don't get it.
First of all, if you watched this fight, Stiverne literally stood right in front of the bigger, stronger man with his hands up saying, "Please punch me in the face. Please, sir.
Can I have some more?"
I need to get hit in the face so that my wife believes I'm a tough guy." He didn't move. He didn't do shit. He didn't throw a punch. He just fucking stood there. How does somebody like that equate to what a guy like Anthony Joshua would do? You're out of your goddamn mind to even compare the two. So then, because people are saying that, Stiverne was out of shape, which he was, that he's getting old, which he is, that Joshua supporters are showing a double standard. Because when he knocked out an old Klitschko, nobody said how Klitschko was old, how Klitschko was this, how Klitschko... Listen, first of all, go outside, grab a ball-peen hammer, and slap yourself upside the fucking head 10 times for comparing Stiverne to Klitschko. It's an insult to even mention the two in the same sentence. With Klitschko, we're talking about an all-time great, love him or hate him. Fact. Future Hall of Famer. Fact. Stiverne, future couch potato. Fact. There's no comparison between the two. The fact that Klitschko had lost to Tyson Fury already. First of all, you're all acting like Tyson Fury went out there and beat Klitschko up. He didn't. He ran and jabbed for 12 rounds. Congratulations. You really impressed me. You're an amazing fighter. Now you're 38 fucking thousand pounds overweight and sitting on your fat ass doing nothing. Good job. I don't give a fuck. Klitschko was in great shape for the fight with Joshua. Went in there, performed like a champion. And everybody wants to talk about Joshua getting knocked down by Klitschko. Okay, Klitschko's knocked a lot of people down. Knocked even more out. I got news for you. It takes a lot of fucking balls to stand in there with a guy like Klitschko, who's an all-time great. In what was Joshua's, 19th fucking pro fight? Okay? if you think Anthony Joshua is going to stand stationary right in front of Wilder so he can load up with those wide-ass hooks, you're out of your goddamn mind.
And actually, we have some fight comparison pinpoints here.
So, when you start talking about these two guys, right? Since the reality of the fight is simple. They're both in their prime. They're both big. They're both strong. They're both fast. They both knock people the fuck out. The only way to really get a clearly idea of who's where in their career is to look at who they fought up to this fucking point. Since Wilder's won the belt, he has fought Gerald Washington, Chris Arreola, Artur Szpilka, Johan Dupas, I don't even know if I'm saying that fucking name right, and Eric Molina, and then finally Bermane Stiverne yet again. Of all the names on that list, 2 of them still rank in a top 10 anywhere in the heavyweight division. That's it. The rest are all fucking nobodies doing nothing, going nowhere, and we're never going to be anything. Meanwhile, in Joshua's last 6 fights, he's fought Dylan White, Charles Martin, who he beat for the title, who was undefeated and ranked in the top 10 at the time, Dominic Breazeale, who was undefeated and ranked in the top 10 at the time, Eric Molina, who's just a journeyman who's always going to get knocked out by great fighters. That's just the way things go in life. Vladimir Klitschko, who once again, we're talking about an all-time fucking great here. And Carlos Takam, on short notice, because Kubrat Pulev pulled out for, I believe it was an injury. Don't quote me on that. No, I could be wrong. It could have been something to do with drug testing. I'm not 100% sure at the moment. But Pulev, who's ranked in the top 5 pretty much across the board, was slated to fight Joshua. He pulled out. So Takam steps in, and everybody's going, oh, he couldn't. He had a hard time with Takam. He had a hard time with Takam. He completely outboxed and dominated Takam every round up until the shitty stoppage. And yes, it was a shitty stoppage. Takam deserved to go another round. He's a tough son of a bitch who deserved to keep fighting. But you know what? Joshua can't control the fucking referee. Sorry. And for those of you who are even dumber to turn and say, oh, well, he couldn't even get Takam out of there, who only had 10 days to prepare. You're a fucking moron. They had Takam on standby the entire time in case something went wrong. Which means that while Joshua was training to fight Pulev, Takam was spending that entire time in training camp training for Joshua. So the reality is Joshua only had 12 days to prepare for Takam. Takam had a full training camp to prepare for Joshua. So, you know, go ahead. Keep making stupid fucking statements that have no truth behind them whatsoever. Have fun. Oh, and he didn't sell out 70,000 seats with Takam either, by the way. He sold it out with Pulev. Pulev. They were sold out immediately. So, again, you guys are just fucking retarded sometimes. So again, when you compare these two, to me there is no comparison. You know, Joshua is fighting top 10 heavyweights on a regular basis right now. Wilder's still picking fucking nobodies out of nowhere to fight. And you want to know why people are getting aggravated? Why they say he's fighting nobodies? Because he fucking is. And listen, there's a difference between being a nobody, as in that heavyweight over there is 28-0, but I don't know who he is, to, you know, your Eric Molina, who's got like 30-something wins on his resume. But anytime he's fought a top fighter, he's been knocked the fuck out. There's 2 different ways to be a nobody, people. Joshua has only 20 fights under his resume. And he's already got the titles. He's already fought the last era's great heavyweight, like you're supposed to do when you want to surpass that kind of guy and become this era's great heavyweight. So now, as Mr. I.O.T.B.A. stated, apparently, by just stating facts about what's actually happening, I am making excuses for Anthony Joshua. Number one.
Right.
Number one. I have never once said that that fight doesn't need to happen. It does need to happen. Plain and simple. Number two. He said that Deontay Wilder paid step-aside money to Bermane Stiverne so he could fight Luis Ortiz, which obviously didn't happen because Ortiz got popped for the illegal substances, whatever. Why can't Joshua do that to make the fight with Wilder? Well, I have no fucking idea why he can't. But I'm telling you this much. If you're going to sit there and say that Joshua's scared of Wilder, and that's why he's not doing it, you're fucking retarded. I've never once before in my life seen so many times where a champion is being criticized for defending his title against his mandatory challenger. 20 fights under his belt. He's got the titles now. Do you ever think maybe he wants to defend it against the top guys that are ranked for his title to continue to prove that he deserves those titles? 20 fights, guys. What the fuck was Wilder doing in his 20th fight? Wait, we don't know. You know why? Because nobody gave a shit about him at fight number 20. He was fighting a bunch of fucking nobodies. Which, what else were we fucking talking about here with Wilder?
His inflated record, first off.
I fucking saw the most retarded comment the other day. You know what somebody wrote?
What?
This man is 39-0 with 38 knockouts. That means 11 more wins, and he could tie Mayweather at 50-0.
What? That's the most comical thing I've ever heard.
No, the most comical thing I've ever heard was fucking Charlie Zeltinov's bullshit record, but we'll save that for another day.
Listen, did you really just try to compare Deontay Wilder to Floyd Mayweather? Is that what you just did?
Pretty sure.
He's just a freaking pretty much somebody who pretty much has enough boxing skills to make it in a freaking boxing company without facing real big names that
Floyd
are like on the
Mayweather-
top 10 ranking.
Floyd Mayweather literally changed the sport of boxing forever.
Look at the fights he's had.
The money he has generated, the things he has done, and the fact that he fought pretty much every fucking big name under the sun,
Including Conor McGregor.
Who wasn't even
Even a
in
boxer.
boxing.
tells me that you're sitting here comparing Wilder. Listen, could Wilder get to 50-0? Sure, why not? If he keeps fighting fucking bums, he'll get there real easy. Why not? And let me tell you something else. Just because Wilder makes a video where he says, I'm calling out Anthony Joshua, I'm calling out this guy, I'm calling out that guy, does not mean he's actively pursuing these people. It's easy to make a video and sound like a tough guy. Shit, I see it all the time. I've even seen fucking gangbangers post videos of themselves with guns. That doesn't mean they're actual tough guys.
Or real guns.
It just means that you're smart enough to hit record on your fucking camera.
Basically.
Congratulations, you got the brain of a fucking chimp.
Oh, speaking of brains of chimps, didn't you say there was a Momo that fucking commented?
Oh yeah, apparently me stating facts
I haven't actually heard this yet. I want to hear it.
is an opinion.
Bruh.
One of the gentlemen
Wait.
who came to Karray's defense to try and say that, you know, I wasn't seeing the Wilder situation the right way, said that when I was stating who they had fought and who they had beat and who had the better opposition and who didn't, that was all a matter of opinion.
Wait a minute.
So stating a fact
Yeah.
is an opinion.
So stating something that's set in stone, written down, sketched in stone forever is an opinion.
Absolutely. But saying that Wilder's speed and power and his style would be too much for Joshua, that's a fact.
What style? It's just throwing wild punches.
Listen, goddammit, I swear to fucking Christ, this is why I get headaches every night. It's because I listen to this shit. Saying that Wilder is faster, stronger, better, this, that, the third, it's all an opinion until they get into the fucking ring together. Stating who they have fought up until this point and who's beaten the better opposition till now, that's called stating facts. Actual stats, studies showing who's beaten who. This isn't hard here, folks. I'm talking about an actual fact. What you see in front of your own two eyes and what you can look up all on your own. Now, you want my opinion? I'll give you an opinion. Here's an opinion. Deontay Wilder has one way to beat Anthony Joshua. One. His power. He catches Joshua with something and he knocks him out. That's it. And it could completely happen. Absolutely. Wilder has that kind of power. It could easily happen. Problem for Wilder is Joshua has more than one way to beat Wilder. He could catch him with that big shot and put him down. He could outbox him. He could use defensive skills to catch and shoot on his ass all day long. When you're comparing the two and you want to state opinions, there's an opinion. Joshua's got more tools in the shed and will take Wilder to school. And facts state that he's fought the better fighters up till now. But your fanboyism has you so out of control because Deontay Wilder knocked out the Steak Puff Marshmallow Man that you're going ahead and crowning him the next great thing. For what reason? For what reason, Karray?
That's another thing I can't stand, fanboyism. And it's not just with boxing, it's everywhere.
Not only that, when it comes to certain things, you want to state facts, and like especially when it comes to rankings, you have to take the whole fanboy thing out of the equation because you're only going to see what you want to see versus what is actually there.
I got a real easy comparison for everybody. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So saying that Wilder knocking out Stiverne means he's going to easily knock out Anthony Joshua is like saying because the Chargers just beat the fucking Browns that they're going to go on and win the fucking Super Bowl. You beat the fucking Browns. You're supposed to beat the fucking Browns, idiot.
Unless you're the Giants. Oh, got him!
Inside the Ropes will now be done with only 2 members from now on.
Goodbye.
But yeah, fanboyism, it's everywhere. The worst I've seen to this day doesn't actually have to do with any sport. It has to do with comics, but we'll save that for another episode.
Oh, God, help me.
But, and I've seen this before with you, Mr. I.O.T.B.A. Your fanboyism gets you locked in on a fighter. And you just completely ignore the facts behind the situation. I mean, look at your love for Errol Spence Jr. It's another perfect fucking example, my friend. Errol Spence Jr. has beaten, one top-tier welterweight and maybe 2 other journeymen along his road. And I think Errol Spence Jr. is the future of boxing before I go any further here. I think the man has every tool in the world to be one of the greats. However, to turn and say that he is currently the best welterweight in the world when all he has done is beaten Kell Brook, whose sole claim to fame was beating Sean Porter, who has beaten, nobody lately of any relevance, except for, Adrian Broner, which And you can take that with a fucking grain of salt any day you want to. Saying that Spence is now the god and ruler of the welterweight division because he beat Kell Brook? What? You're joking with me, right? Because Keith Thurman doesn't have a better resume than Errol Spence, right? Shit, I don't even like Danny Garcia. And he's got a better resume than Errol Spence right now. You're trying to crown Spence before he's even fought any of these guys. And that's because you're allowing your fanboy stuff to get in the way. You're a fan of Errol Spence Jr. So am I. However, I'm not going to go on record stating the man is the best, clearly the best welterweight in the world. Because he's clearly not to me. To me, the best welterweight in the world right now is Keith Thurman because he's earned his way to that spot. Now, when Thurman gets done doing whatever the hell he's doing or recuperating or whatever the hell the case may be, if Spence gets in there with him and knocks his ass out, then I will come on my show and I will say Errol Spence Jr. is the best welterweight in boxing. But I'm not going to make that statement just because the man won one fight against the top welterweight. It's just not going to happen. I state shit based on facts. Plain and simple. And here's another fact for you. I supported, I hyped you, I said your name on my page plenty of times. I disagreed with you, and instead of just coming at me like a man, you tagged me in a post and started talking shit. I then told you, fine, I'll debate you, I'm free. Monday night, anytime after 9 o'clock. You were nowhere to be found, and then when you finally did turn up, you try to make it seem like I'm the one avoiding you, and like I've been calling you out this whole time. You private messaged me, begging for a debate. Go live and debate me. First of all, it's your fucking page. Why am I going live? Go live on your page, man. Go ahead. I'll be waiting for you. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. People might not like what I got to say. But you know what the beauty of being me is? I really don't give a fuck. And I probably never fucking will. But I'll tell you this. I'll go toe-to-toe with anyone any time of the day. So, once again, I'm stating facts. And to me, all the facts point to, if you clearly see an easy win for Deontay Wilder, then you're clearly blind and a fan of Wilder's, and this is what you want to see. Congratulations. I hope it happens for you. But I'll be waiting right here for Mr. I.O.T.B.A. anytime he wants to debate. I got no reason to back down, run, nor hide. Though I'm sure, since you're a fan of Deontay,
Clearly.
you'll go on your page and you'll make a video about how I'm running and hiding and how I don't want to debate you and how I'm ducking just like Anthony Joshua's ducking. Whether I'm here any day of the week, you let me know when, where, you start your stream, I'll be right there. Don't worry about it. I'm waiting on you.
Until then.
No, let's just hope he can freaking actually do it.
Inside the ropes don't back down from a motherfucking soul. So you keep scrolling up your article. I'll be waiting on you, homeboy. Let me know when you're ready.
No, I'm just gonna say it. I just hope next time he actually says he's down for a debate, his balls don't fall off like his fucking subscribers are. That's all I gotta say.